Hey guys, I'm just going to be breaking down the strategy that Aaron and I are teaching in the WAP. So we're going to be looking at Bitcoin today, and I'm just going to mark up a few things before we get into the actual breakdown. I'm going to be looking at this candle's prior weekly high, and I've also marked up the prior weekly low of that candle. So that is our range. And if we are looking for consecutive trending candles, we want to try and catch the bottom wick of the next consecutive candle in the sequence using the TPM strategy. I've just put a stick here to mark up the opening of this candle's week, and then what you want to do is drop down to a lower time frame. We're going to start on the daily time frame. All right, you can see the market structure as well. We've got higher lows and higher highs being put in because we're in an uptrend. But as I said, if you're looking at the weekly time frame, all you want is consecutive trending candles, and if it's going to keep on going in this direction, the prior candle's high is going to be taken, but the prior candle's low should be safe. When the new weekly candle opens, we want to form the bottom wick of that weekly candle. So what you want it to do is right off the open, this is perfect. You want it to come down. So the open and then forming the low, and then you want to put in the high, and then you want to close. And that's the candlestick anatomy of the weekly candle. How do you know that the bottom wick of that weekly candle is in? We're using TPM turning point candles. So if I just put the indicator on the chart, you can see that this is a TPM turning point candle number 2. That's telling you that potentially the bottom wick of this new weekly candle is in. If you want to nest it down to a lower time frame, I'm just going to drop down to the 4-hour time frame and show you that this is also a TPM turning point candle. So I'll just use bar replay and we can go back there and have a look at it. There you go. So TPM turning point candle number 3. After you've had a pullback, so this is where the week opened. So open, formed a low. You know the low is in because you're getting TPM turning point candles on the 4-hour and eventually it pushed into the daily as well. So that is telling you the bottom wick potentially of the new weekly candle, because you're in the prior weekly candle's range, is in. We haven't broken under the prior weekly candle's low, which you shouldn't because you're in an uptrend, if the uptrend is to be respected. But the high of the prior weekly candle should definitely be taken because, again, we're in an uptrend and we want to form a new high. The TPM turning point candles on the 4-hour and the daily is telling you that potentially a new higher low in an uptrend is being formed, and that is also the bottom wick of the weekly candle. So I'm going to exit bar replay and just show you that that is catching the wick on that weekly candle by using the TPM turning point candles. If you guys want to learn more about the strategy, join our Discord. Link is in the bio. We'll see you there.